Hey there you guys, it is me, Random Josh, and I'm back again with another Random Monday video. And as you can tell by the title, this is a little bit of a serious topic. So in aid of World Suicide Prevention Day, which is today, the 10th of September, and in fact the entire of September is dedicated to suicide awareness. So this is why I wanted to bring this video to you guys. Those of you who have been around the channel for a while, you will all know that I myself have suffered with some mental illness issues, and yeah, so suicide is actually such a prevalent killer in the UK as well. I was looking at some of the stats and facts, and you can totally look all of this information up online. I personally have been looking at different websites. The one that I've been really looking into is Samaritans, as I know that they're a super big charity in relation to, you know, suicide and this bubble of suicide. So on average, about 7,000 people in the UK alone commit suicide every year. 7,000. Like, that just blows my mind, honestly. And it's said that it's extremely prevalent in young men. And people don't often realise that young men have so much pressure on them, and young women as well. Younger people have a lot of pressure to kind of live up to this expectation of social media, of your parents, of just your friends, family, everyone. You have like such a huge expectation to live up to, and some people just find it a little bit more difficult than others. And it can just reach breaking point at times, and suicide can happen to like the brightest and happiest of people. It's really scary actually, because one of the main ties with suicide is depression, and depression sorry, my throat's going. And with depression, you kind of see a lot of people have different coping mechanisms. So some people don't actually like to open up about it, so they'll keep it closed in and wear this mask of a face, which I used to actually do. So, you know, you just let the world know that you're happy and no one asks any questions, and you get through life living your happy life, and then you reach this breaking point and suicide becomes what in some people's mind is the only option, which is again just really scary. And I too have been in that position, which is something incredibly, you know, crazy to think about, but just understanding what it's like to get in that position and get into that mental state is so important. And this is why there's so much of I've seen so many adverts now of, you know, the idea of telling young men to man up. Like, everyone has emotions. Emotions make us human. If you don't show your emotions, this is the stuff that can happen. You end up bottling it up and trying to, you know, be this big man that you're supposed to be. And it's such a crappy stigma. You don't need to be a man. It doesn't make you any less of a man if you talk about your problems and you know, try to resolve them. Because talking is so therapeutic. People don't often realise that, you know. Just openly talking about your problems to someone else, whether it's a friend, a co-worker, a teacher, a don't know, a therapist, whoever you're talking to, it just releases that tension, and it is literally a weight off of your shoulders. And it does blow my mind, I must say, that people don't realise just how much, like, this has an impact. And it's not only, suicide isn't only linked with depression or mental health issues. It can be linked with like anything. Like, some people could just be having a really crappy week, month, something like that. You could have your own personal issues. Say you're going through like a divorce, you're in debt, you're having to move out of your house. Imagine all of that piled onto one person. That's a lot of stress. And some people, in that time of having that stress, you get this fight or flight mentality. So you either power through it or you just, run away. And in some cases that runaway can be suicide. And, that is really quite intense and scary. Obviously this is just a complete, insight on this. But yeah, suicide is just, the amount of people that I've seen online saying about people who've taken their lives are selfish because, of the way that they've done it. And it's just, because a lot of times you hear this when someone jumps in front of a train, for instance, because in that person's mind it's a quick death, just quick jump, done. But obviously it does cause delays on the trains. I understand that can be stressful to yourself and to the others around you, but you have to just sit there and think, someone's taking their life. Someone was so miserable and so unhappy with their own life that they had to do that, and that became the only option. Why is that the only option? It's just, why do we have to get to that stage before anyone actually listens? So yeah, literally, if you have anyone around you that's showing any kind of signs of, feeling unsteady or feeling, depressed, having a bad week, just make sure that you're there for them. Make sure that you're talking to them, because if you cut them off and don't let them talk, suicide could be the only option for them. And that's not an option for anyone. Ooh. And also, to those of you who are watching who may also, like myself, have mental health issues, or you may just be having a bad week, like, don't worry, you're not alone. Like, there are thousands of us out there who all have these issues, and we all just have something in there. But like, don't worry, you're not alone. Like, you can talk to anyone. I say this a lot in some of my videos, but my channel is open. The comment section down below, you can always chat to me. You've got my social media links, you can find me on there, you can have a chat, and I'm always open to talk about these kind of things because I know how serious and how scary they can be. Ooh, right. That was a bit of a, deep and crazy kind of video, but I really hope that kind of helps you guys to understand a little bit more about suicide and, what it is and how we can get over it and prevent these kind of things from happening to people. But yeah, so I will be leaving some links down below for some different websites. I know for sure Samaritans will be down there. So this is for if you know anyone who is, it's like just basically a really good link to chat to people who are trained in this kind of field and can help people who suffer with, mental illnesses to come down from this suicidal thoughts bubble. And yeah, I just think that's really like helpful. So it's there for if you need it, or if you know someone who may need it, it's down there for you. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. And yeah, I just hope that people are like educated enough around suicide and why it actually happens and how we can stop it, because we do definitely need to stop it. But yeah, so I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, bitches.